welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joe, and I wanted to show you how to hydrate a dehydrated orchid, and sharing from my experience. I'm not an orchid expert, but I'll show you what I did. So as you can see, this orchid is very dry. The leaves are droopy and wilted, and it's not perky, and I kind of neglected this orchid. So now I want to revive this orchid, and I'm planning to put it in a bag, and I'll show you an update on what's going to happen after putting it in a plastic bag. And hope you'll stay and watch the whole video. So here you can see that I put the orchid inside a bag. I wrapped it and I sprayed it inside with water, and I tied it at the top, but it's still open. So there's an opening right here, so it's not fully closed. And the orchid is inside getting moisture, and it seems like it's really doing well. And I'm going to open it so you can see the update after a week now. It's been a week that it's been in this plastic. So let me take the plastic out. I just tied it with a zip tie. That way it's easy to put it on and off in case I need to see what's going on inside. Oh wow, look at that. The leaf is starting to perk up right here. Before it was really wilted and it was droopy, and it wouldn't even perk up like this. Look, it's already, it's up like that. You can still bend it, but this part here is already getting firmer. And this is also, this plant right here is also one plant that I did before. I neglected it before and it got really dehydrated, and the leaves, all of the leaves got really wilted and really papery. But I put it in a bag, and now it started to come alive, and see, this is perking up, and then you see actually a very, very tiny leaf that's coming out. Right here in California, it's very dry, so it's really hard to have that humidity that the orchids want. And so every once in a while I just put them in a bag. And also I have a water bottle here so I could mist my orchids. You know, I could mist the roots right here. Sometimes I do it once a day or twice a day. If I see that it's getting really, really dry. Right now it's 16% humidity, so it's very hot here in California. So I have a humidifier on, but I don't think it's really enough. But I'm really happy to see that this leaf is starting to perk up. Look, I can't believe it. Well, I'll give you an update later on what's going to happen with these other leaves. Well, this bottom leaf here, unfortunately it started to turn yellow. Maybe it's time for it to turn yellow. I got this orchid about 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. And we had dinner here at the house, and we invited a couple of families, and one of the families brought us this orchid, and this was very beautiful. It had yellow flowers and pretty blooms, but then after a while I got really busy, and I did not repot it. I left it in its original sphagnum moss pot, and I think that didn't do well because it got rotted in the middle, so I had to save it. But now it's starting to do better, so I'm going to put it back again in this plastic so it continues to get the humidity. And same thing that I did before, I'll leave an opening so air still could get in and you won't have any mold growing inside if you leave it sealed all the way. So it's good to have an opening so air can still circulate. And I use a zip tie. The zip tie is just nice to see. Here's the opening right here, and it will still stay moist inside. This is 2 weeks later. As you can see, the leaves continue to perk up, but one leaf, the bottom leaf, is turning yellow. But I guess it's okay because I think the orchids need to focus its energy on the top leaves, and the lower leaves are probably old, and so it needs to get rid of that bottom leaf right there. As you can see, it continues to look healthy. Well, it's not completely recovered, but it's starting, the leaves are starting to look really nicer compared to the first video I showed you where it was very limp. Let me undo this tie right here. It's kind of tricky to do it because I'm holding the camera on the other hand, but as you can see, one leaf is perky and it looks shiny, and the other leaf is also shiny, and it's on its way to recovery. By the way, I had this orchid in our bedroom, but at this time, because I'm videoing it, I have to take it out and put it where it's a little bit bright so you can see it better, as opposed to doing it against a windowsill in the back bedroom. And if I do it that way, it's backlit, so you cannot see the orchid really well. So this one, as you can see, it looks healthier and it's on its way to recovery. So you can still turn the leaf, you can still bend it slightly, but it's really getting tougher now, so I don't want to force it to bend it, but it's definitely much better. And then the top leaf is also perkier. Unfortunately, the other bottom leaf is also turning yellow. I think that's just a way of the orchid to focus more on the top leaves and give more energy to it, so it had to get rid of the other leaf at the bottom, the older leaf. So I don't know, I'm not an orchid expert, but this is just based on what I see. By the way, I moved this orchid to a table so I don't have to be bending. Earlier it was on the floor and I was bending down to do a video of it. But here's another look, another angle of the orchid, and hopefully it will continue to get better. So please subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye.